Good morning to everyone. Buenos dias. This is another class today from Love for You Yoga. Today we will talk about fear. So some people think that is be free completely from fear, but fear is how you take it. So there are fears that are part of our survival. So for example, we know that we cannot touch the fire because we will get burned. So that fear, it keeps us safe in our survival and in our life. And we know that we cannot jump from a balcony of a building because that will harm our life. So that kind of fears are unhealthy fears that keep you safe. But there are fears that your mind creates that they are not real. So we are talking today about that kind of fears. That kind of fears that are just a distortion in your mind and it's not part of the reality. So we will touch down today about the fears that you have in your mind, separate from the fears that keep you safe. So there are people that feel fear to their self, to be their self, because they are worried about how other people think or be judged there, right? There are people that are fear to express their sexuality or their gender because they are afraid how the other people in the society will judge there. There are people that are afraid to be themselves because others' judgment label theirs as weird. And there are people that are afraid to move in their life because they are afraid to leave their comfort zone. They are afraid to walk through the unknown. So today we will work with your fears, but not resisting your fear. Is just observing, like a third person, the fear that you have in your mind. In my case, during a long time in my life, I was having fear for snakes. And like maybe 3 years ago, I say, no more. I will face my fear, but just observing what I feel when I touch on a snake. Observing that. And then when you overcome the big image that was in your mind about that fear, then you feel a release, that you feel that you are freeing yourself. Because fear is something that is stopping you from in your story, that is freezing you to move and take action. And for me, since my perspective, fear is the root of addictions. Because when we fear something, we either run away or we either face it and rise over that fear. So the most of us, we decide to run away of the fear, and we take a placebo, and that's how we end in addictions. And not the addictions that the people think that is only drinking or doing drugs. There are also addictions for food. There are also addictions for work, because we don't want to face our fears. So there are fears again that keep us safe, that are good for us. So it's not to live a life with no fear, because if I live my life with no fear, when I go to cook, I will touch the kitchen that is super heat because I don't have fear, so I will get burned. There are fears that keep us safe in our life, and there are fears that we will in our mind based on our past history of traumas, and we grow the fears more and more until they become so giant in our mind that we feel that we cannot overcome. Like the history that I said the last class, that was talking about the baby elephant that put a rope in their feet, and they try over and over to break until they surrender and they don't try anymore. And when the elephant become a majestic animal and giant, he still think that he cannot break the rope. but everything is in your mind, in your thoughts. So today with this practice and doing pranayama and asanas, we are trying to put you as observer of your fear. Observe your fear. Don't resist it. Just observe it and start to dimension accordingly that fear. So we will start with a pranayama, so breath work. It will be alternative nostril, but in this case, we will breathe through 4 nostrils and we will exhale with 1 nostril. So you either can take 2 fingers or you can use these 2 fingers, right, like the L, and we will inhale through 4 nostrils, feel the temperature of the air, bring your focus to your nose. So inhale and exhale and just block 1 nostril. Block the right nostril and exhale through the left nostril. Release again. Inhale from both nostrils and block the left nostril and exhale. And make this equal. So the same time that you dedicate for inhale is the same time that you dedicate for exhale. So that brings a balance in your brain and is coming to bring you calm. So let's start. Inhale, block 1 nostril, exhale. Inhale, block 1 nostril, exhale. Inhale more slowly. Block 1 nostril, exhale. Inhale. Block 1 nostril, exhale. Inhale again. Block 1 nostril, exhale. Inhale. Block 1 nostril, exhale. One more time. Inhale. Block 1 nostril, exhale. And now start to breathe normally. Now bring 1 hand to your heart area and 1 hand to your belly area, to your gut. When we feel fear, sometimes we feel issues in our digestion, even we are constipated or we have diarrhea because our system is in emergency. Even it's not real emergency, our mind is telling to our adrenals to produce cortisol and adrenaline, so that will tell to the heart to beat, heart rate it needs to speed because the body needs to concentrate in run. So all the energy that was in the digestion system is dedicated now to prepare the body for run. But this alarm is just generated in your mind. So now we are concentrating today in bringing a connection between the lower chakras, especially the root chakra that brings you confidence. The root chakra is at the level of your coccyx and is the chakra, the energy vortex associated with your confidence, with your sense of survival, with the solid stepping in your story, empowering in your life. And your heart chakra is a bridge through the other areas chakras. So most of us, all of us have an intelligence in our heart. So let's bring the reality of our heart and connect with our root chakra and breathe. Take a deep inhale slowly and exhale through the mouth, and let that two connect each other. Feel that connection. If you have a fear, bring it now and observe it. Come out of your mind and just be an observer of that fear, whatever it is. Just observe it. But use your breathing as a support for observe. Be an observer of your fears. Don't resist the reaction of your body. Just be an observer of your fear. Like you are a third person in this circus that is observing. Now start to imagine that your heart is projecting a green light, and that light is coming more bigger and bigger around you and wrapping you with love. So you will inhale love and you will exhale your fear. Inhale. Exhale. Each time that you inhale, you are becoming more big. That green light of love is becoming more big and wrapping you. And each time that you exhale, your fear is coming out and also become more small. You are safe. You don't need to run anymore. You are wrapped by love. Love overcomes the fear. And with this intention, we will start our practice today. The practice, the music behind, is using a mantra that is called Sat Gure Name. Sat, that brings from truth, Sat Gure Name. We are asking for wisdom in our story, for clear our mind. Bring calm to our mind and see clear the reality without the distortions that we create in our mind. And that will be at the starting point of our freedom. So let me put the music. We will use block strokes and chords if you have. And come to easy sit position. So sit down, pay attention to your sit bones. You can open your gluteus, open with your hands, and just cross your legs. Put your hands over your knees, and let's start a surface rotations. So you will inhale and start in circle the rotation of your torso around your center. Inhaling. Notice how you are doing it, what you are feeling when you are doing it. Do it slowly. You are bringing motion to your story, to your life, slowly. And now do it in the other direction. Come to center and do it in the other direction, gentle. On the movement of yourself, your dance. What is turning your body? Embrace the yin and yang that is within you. and breathe. Use your breathing as a bridge between your body and your mind. Feel how you are doing it. And come back to center. Straight your legs forward. If you feel that your back is rounding, then you will need to use a block or a cover. So you see now that my back is more straight and it's not rounding. So if you need to correct that, just use a fraught like a block or cover. So let's sit down with our feet straight. And let's just run our feet in circular directions and in the opposite direction. You need to move in your story. So we are warning our ankles, our feet that support us all the time. Bring your hands together in your heart area. Breathe. One breath here. Let that the love, the energy of love wrap you and overcome your fear. So let's shake hands to hand. And let's start to activate our lymphatic system. So let's do it in one leg. And let's do it in the other side. Let me give you a second. Sorry for this interruption. So let's go back. And let's activate our lymphatic system. So when we are tapping in our legs, and this is something that my mentor Ali Smith teach me. So since for this teaching of tapping, this is activating our lymphatic system, so it's bringing up our immune system. So you tap outside and inside in your legs. If you need to bring more energy, do it and breathe there. Bring energy from your heart chakra. Bring love and compassion with yourself. And use that compassion and love for heal yourself. Now let's do some massage in circular direction in our knees. Our knees that are supporting our story. Sometimes we feel pain in our knees, in our legs, and it's because the imbalance in our body and in our emotions. So let's become an observer of us today without judgment, just observing our fears, observing. Let's fix again our hands and let's do it in the other knee. Now cross the legs again. And let's do some work with our hands. So bring together your hands and interlace, and let's do some rotations, working with our wrist. Those that we work with computers. or anyone that is using their hands all the time, we need to warm up our wrist. Being gentle with our body, loving ourselves, and taking care of us. Taking care not only our body, but also our emotions, how we talk to ourselves. Be gentle with you. Use beautiful words to talk to yourself, because you are the love of your life. Love overcomes fear. So the start point is to love yourself. Now let's do interlace with our hands, that I'm doing. Find your dance here. Now come to center and bring your left hand. You are mirroring me, so it would be one of your side. And put your hand over your knees and bring the other hand to your back and look over your shoulder. And breathe here. Breathe. Straightening your back, not rounding your back. Lengthening. Rising in this twist. This twist that takes you out from your comfort zone. Come back to center. Now bring your arms up. You're rising in your story and feel that you're trying to grab a fruit from a tree. Think in your favorite fruit and you're trying to grab that fruit. And keep breathing. Now bring your hands, your right hand, in my case, to my left knee, and bring the other hand back and look over your left shoulder. Use the breathing for bringing more release and surrendering in the areas that you identify tension, even in your mind. Surrender. Bring more ease to your mind, to your body, to your emotions. Bring love. Come back to center. Now, we're counting on 4. So your wrists are below your shoulders, your knees, below your hips in table position. And let's do some rotation here again. So we'll do a rotation with all our torso in circular directions. Inhaling and exhaling where your body is telling you. You are the master of your body and your story, of your mind and your emotions. You are your guru, your teacher, your guide. You just need to listen and remember who you are. And you can bring sensuality if you need to. Be yourself. Do it with your truth. Each movement must be you. Each movement is what you are. Now come back to center and do it in the other direction. Breathe slowly and digest the movement. It's not what you are doing, it's how you are doing it. Feel each movement each change. And use your breathing as a connection. Come back to center. Now you will arch your back up and bringing your chin towards your chest and bringing your navel in towards your spine. So this is the scary cat pose. And the opposite pose that we will pair is with cow. So we will bring our chin up and we will bring our pelvis little up. So if this is cow and this is cat. We'll start to inhale in cow and exhale in cat. Bring your navel in towards your spine to empower your lower chakras. Inhale, your shoulders away of your ears. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And in cow, also bring the navel towards your spine. So you keep engaged the lower areas of your body, activating the lower chakras. You are moving throughout your story. You are moving towards the door to your freedom. You are getting back the key of your life. Come back to neutral position. Now you will bring your right leg over your left leg and roll in your toes and look at that direction and breathe. Come back to center. Bring your left leg straight over your right leg and roll in the left toes and look over that direction over your feet and look there. What you feel? Check in what you are feeling. What is happening with your energy? Come back to center. Open your knees as wide as the mat and bring your hips towards your heels in child pose. If you are not able to put your forehead in contact with the floor, you can use a block or you can stack your wrist. So I will demonstrate. Stack your wrist. Or use a block. And here, you will open your arms to the sides and breathe. Relax your neck and your forehead and your jaw. You are safe. Let's bring our hands forward and activate the fingers as a spider. So we are switching the energy here to more active child pose because we are bringing power back to you. You are empowering yourself in your story. You are getting energy from Pachamama, from our planet. We are nurturing ourselves. Now release the block and come back to table position, your wrists below your shoulders, your knees below your hips. And let's just straight one arm forward and straight one leg back, and breathe here. We are working in our core. We need to strengthen ourselves to move forward. So keep breathing, and this is also bringing balance to your brain, to your emotions. And just look down to the ground. Come back to center. Now let's straight the other arm forward and the opposite leg back. Engage your core here. And breathe. Come back to center. Let's do some rotation again for neutralize the movement in one direction and in the other direction. And let's just now roll in your toes. Spread out the fingers of your hands in the mat, so you are spreading out the fingers and in full contact with the mat, rolling in the toes and bringing your hips up to the ceiling in downward facing dog. So relax your head. You can blend your knees, so that will bring you more intensity to the inversion. And walk here. Walk in this new experience. What you are feeling. Now bring one leg up. Blend that leg that you're bringing up. And breathe here. If you can, just straight, but listen your body. Be true to yourself and breathe. Now blend that leg inside and move it to one side. And just bring the other leg, the left leg, in contact with the mat. And we are entering in pigeon pose. So you can bring contact of your forearms with the floor, keeping your back straight, your shoulders away of your ears. We are bringing this heat opener to bring in more space, making more space in your body, more flexible to the changes of the life. And if it's available for you, just straight your arms forward and bring your forehead in contact with the mat. And breathe here. Breathe through the tensions. Surrender what needs to be surrendered. Surrender to the gravity of our planet. Let our planet to nourish you. Let Pachamama energy to nourish you. You are her baby. Come back, stepping with your hands. And now roll in the toes of your left feet. And let's come back. But now in plank, in high plank. So we are working a lot with the core because we need to strengthen ourselves in our story for be able to move. Now bend your knees and come to the table. Let's do some rollings in one direction. And in the other direction. Come to neutral position, roll in your toes, and bring your hips towards the ceiling. Blending your knees, feeling how your torso is in contact with your thighs. In downward facing dog, relaxing your head, your neck, and keeping your shoulders away of your ears. Your shoulder blades are together. And let's bring your left feet up and blending to one side. And breathe here in this inversion. Straight your leg. Blending inside. And move it to your right side. So now we are coming in the opposite side in pigeon. Make some breath with your forearms in contact. Your back is straight, your shoulders are away from your ears. Breathe here. You are bringing more space in your hips. You pass so much time sit down, driving, sit down, watching TV. You need to bring and open your hips to your story. And if it's available for you, just move your arms forward completely and bring your forehead in contact with the floor. Let that our planet energy nourish you, carry you. You are surrendering. You are not resisting anymore to your fears. You are not fighting your fears. You are just observing and surrendering. And letting that love embrace you. Your love. Identify the areas that you feel tension. And just use your breathing as an ally to release and surrender. Be true to your body and listen to your body. Come back to center with your hands engaged with the mat. Roll in the right toes and come back in high plank. And breathe here. Bring the navels in towards your spine, bringing more power and confidence in your story. And breathe here, keeping your shoulders away of your ears. Now, bend your knees. We come to table, some roundings here. In one direction and in the other direction. Now let's go completely in our belly. And just straight. Straight yourself. Your hands forward. And you're straightening your feet back. You're straightening all your body. And now bring your forearms in contact with the mat. Straightening, spreading out your fingers in contact with the mat so you are rooting and grounding. Keeping your shoulders away of your ears. You are coming to a sphinx pose. Move, look forward. In this gentle back bend. And breathe. Now calm down. Now bring your hands to the side and let's push against the floor, the feet in gravity, in cobra pose. So you are straightening your body up. Breathe. You are rising like a phoenix from your story. Calm down. Now engage and roll in your toes and come up in high plank. Bring the navels in towards your spine so you are engaging your lower belly. Keep your ears away of your shoulders. And let's bring the right feet in one side behind and look over. And if it's available for you, then you can bring your right arm up. Everything is okay. Listen your body. You are bringing more strength to your story. Come back to center. Bend your knees. Open your knees as wide as your mat and bring your hips towards your heels in child pose. Like I said before, you can stack your wrists. If you're not able to bring your forehead now, don't force your body. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle in the way that you told yourself, how you treat yourself. Notice that. How you treat yourself. Are you gentle with yourself? How you are speaking to you. Surrender what it needs to be surrendered today. Let's come back in 4. So all 4, raise below your shoulders, knees below your hips. And then roll in your toes and let's come in high plank. And let's do with the opposite direction. Bring your feet over and crossing. And look over your left feet. And now bringing your left arm up. Working with your core here. Engaging your legs. Bringing power from our planet to ourselves. Grounding. You are becoming a giant. You are growing. Each time that you exhale, imagine that you are exhaling and releasing your fear. And your fear is becoming each time more small and more small in your mind. You are the owner of your story. Come back. Bend your knees. Come in all four. And let's do some rotations here with nourishment. May that the Pachamama, the energy of our planet, nourish you. And do it in the opposite direction. Now roll in your toes, engage your hands, spread out the fingers of your hands so you are feeling that you are rooting to the ground like a tree, root, and bringing your hips towards the ceiling. You can blend your knees. Relax your shoulders and keep it aware of your ears. Relax your head in downward facing dog. And now just walk towards your hands. And we are coming now to forward fold. So, tips for forward fold here. So you are releasing and surrendering and cleaning your story. You're releasing your tensions and fears here in this pose. It's not available for you to put your hands in contact with the floor. You can use 2 blocks, and you can start from the higher side of the block. So rise for a moment, up. Make the H of your energy. Up and down. And come down, bringing your torso. So this is not a blending at the level of your waist. Normal, there are some people that will do this. This is at the level of your hips. And if you want, you can use your hands or your fingers at the level of your hips for feel the full contact of your torso toward your thighs. And you can blend a little bit your knees here if you want. And feel this contact here. Relax your head and let the gravity to take care of your weights and the heaviness in your mind. Now move the blocks to the medium size. Drop the navel in towards the spine. And breathe. Notice what is happening. Keep your shoulders away of your ears. Bring the blocks to the more small side. And feel the full contact. Now rise with all the force. Inhale. Bring that energy to your third eye area that is in the middle over your eyebrow. Breathe here. You're bringing calm and clearing to your mind. Each inhale, you are becoming more big and rounded by love. Each exhale, you are releasing your fear. And the fear is becoming more small and more small in your mind. Bring the hands to the level of your heart area, pointing with the thumbs to your heart. Breathing love. Breathing compassion to yourself and to others without judgment. Breathing peace. Bringing peace. Relax your arms to the side. And we are coming to bring our fists at the level of our hips, and I will demonstrate here. So normally women we like to have a more accented shape, so we think our hips is this. So no, our hips is this bone that you feel here when you touch it. So this is the level of my hips. So I bring my feet at the level as wide as my hips, and let's do some roll up of our toes here. So I am rolling up my toes and rolling back and feel the balance. So let's make some balance here in our feet, because we are bringing more confidence and steadiness in our story for overcome our fears. So let's balance forward and back our feet, and let's balance to the outer edge of our feet and the inner arch. So let's move our feet in all the direction to the outer edge of our feet and the inner arch. And balance forward and back, forward and back. Feeling how much of your feet is in full contact to the floor, and feel what are the areas that are really supporting your feet now. Feel if there is a balance there, or there is a unbalance where your inner arch is more in and supporting all the heaviness and the weight of your story there. Try to bring balance in your feet. Bringing balance in your feet, you're bringing balance in your story. And preparing for Tadasana, that is mountain pose, and it's very important pose, even looks simple. And we may notice what is happening with our pelvis. So let's do some neutralization of our pelvis, moving forward our pelvis and back, and finding that neutral position there. Rolling a little bit our shoulders in circular direction, back and forward, and just keeping away your shoulders of your ears. So in this position of mountain pose, this is a position that you can adopt when you feel that you need calm. And breathe here. You can micro blend your knees if you need to, and feel how your feet, your legs are engaged. Pressure for your inner thighs. Imagine that you are grabbing stones in between your legs. You can use a block if you want, like this. That will help you to bring more power to your legs. Inhale, and each inhale that you will think that the life of your love is wrapping you and growing. And each exhale, exhale your fears. Make an expression. And exhale. Exhale all the fear that you have. Sometimes our fear generates intolerance on us, generates that we be angry, generates even hate. So release all that. Release all that. And inhale love. Love and compassion for yourself and to others. Now bring your arms up. And now let's just move to one side. Bringing some part of the moon salutation, this yin and softening, to one side and to other. Breathe up and bring that energy to your third eye chakra. So it's over your eyebrow in the middle. Tap there. So you are clarifying and cleaning your vision of reality and your perception. Bring love there. And now bring it to your heart area. With compassion, with love. Embracing yourself with love. Like the wise yogi Randa say, loving awareness. I am loving awareness. Let that the light of your love wrap yourself in a green light from Anahata chakra, from heart chakra. Now release the block and step more wide than your hips. Like this. Your feet are looking forward. And now let's rotate your right foot in 90 degrees and the feet that is behind in 45 degrees. Rotate your shoulders forward. So this rotation at the level of your shoulders will bring all your torso forward and blend the knee that is in front in 90 degrees. So your knee is over your ankle. And now that you feel in balance, find your balance here. Bring up your arms in warrior one. You are not even leaning forward or back. You are in your center. You are centering in your story, in yourself. And breathe here. Engage the left leg and the right. Engage all your legs. All your legs are engaged and in contact with the floor. And breathe here. Now bring your arms back and you are opening your heart area to receive. You are opening to experience new things. You are stepping over your fears. Use the fear, your fear, just like a stone that you are stepping over, like a stairs. Use your fear as a stair to move forward, to become more powerful in your story, to grow yourself. Dare to make that step. Then let's come to center. Rotate your feet forward. And let's do it to the other side. So now we will rotate my left foot 90 degrees and 45 degrees the leg, the feet that is behind. And I will blend my knees. And you can bring in as wide as your body is telling you. I will bring in more wide in my case. And rotate your shoulders forward. Find your balance here and notice what is happening in your center. Engage your gluteus, your right gluteus, in my case, all this leg behind, engage it. And bring the arms forward in 45 degrees. Activate the fingers in your hands. This is the active pose, pulling energy. Bringing energy to your center. Empowering yourself in your story to move forward, overcoming your mind, distortion, your fear. Inhale love, exhale fear. Inhale love, exhale fear. You are fueling you with love. Open your arms to the side and back and open your heart area to your story, to your life. And breathe here. Bring your hands together and to your heart area center. And bring focus to your heart. Connect with your heart. You are safe. You don't need to run anymore. You are safe in your cocoon of love. You are safe and embraced by the light of love. Your love that surrounds you. Let's come back to center. Let's bring our feet together and just shake all the body. Check it, check it, check it. Move and shake all your body. Releasing. And now, let's just step wide again. Let's blend our knees. Looking forward. Bring your arms to the side and blend your elbows. And bring your palms looking forward in goddess pose and cactus mudra. And breathe here. Draw the navel in towards the spine and lengthening your spine up. You are rising in your story. You are stepping empowered in your story over your fear. Wrapping by your love. There is no more powerful emotion or energy than love in all this universe. Let that the love go through all the areas of yourself. Let that the love enter in the mansion of your mind. Let that the love surround you and go through you. Be in love with yourself. Be in love for others with compassion. That's your real power, your love. Now release. Let's rotate 90 degrees again, the right feet. Rotating 45 degrees, the feet that is in the leg behind. Use one block. And let's bring our arms to the side and up. And let's lean forward to do Trikottanasana or triangle pose. And just put your hand and lean your hand over the block and open your chest, your heart area here. You are moving in different directions. you are bringing more space in your story to love, releasing the fear and bringing more space for love and power, empowering yourself. Come back gentle, rotate your feet towards the length of the mat, and now rotate the left foot forward in 90 degrees and the other feet behind in 45, and now use the block, bring the arms to the side and up and lean. So I'm not doing blending at the level of my waist, I am leaning forward and bringing the block to the mat and leaning my hand there and opening my heart area. So the right arm is opening here in triangle pose. Come back to the center slowly. Rotate the feet towards the length of the mat. And let's now blend your right knee to the side and bring your hands to one each side of your leg. And let's just feel this stretch here. And breathe. This is one of the movements of moon salutation. But I really like to bring softness. So we are moving to the other side now, helping yourself with the hands. Keep your back straight and your shoulders away of your ears. And your right toes are pointing to the ceiling. Everything is about balance. Don't overdo things. Bring always balance to your mind, to your actions. Found the harmony between yang and yin, between female and masculine, between strong and softness. So here we come to the center. We just relax our head. We can hold our elbows here and just lean here. Lean here. Now relax your hands and come up slowly and make your path over your head with your arms. And breathe from your third eye chakra, bringing clearing to your mind to perceive reality without fear or that distortions. Cleaning your mind, bringing love there, breathing at your heart area chakra. And now just bring your legs together and just shake here. Shake here. Let's do some techniques of tapping here, thanks to my mentor Ali Smith. So we will tap over our thymus with our fingers and say to yourself, I am loving awareness. Breathe. I am loving awareness. Now tap over your head. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. Tap again over your heart area and say, I am safe, I am love, I am the power and master of my life. And say, tapping over your head, I am safe, I am love, I am the master of my life. Now, bring your hands over, holding your waist, and just bring up a little bit your right feet. So we are making our path to 3 poles to bring more balance to yourself. Never put the feet over your knees because we want to be safe and be true to ourselves, and we don't want to injure ourselves. So don't overdo. If your tree is here, it's valid. This is your story. This is your process. Don't compare yourself with others. Just be true to yourself. So let's bring our feet towards our thighs or our low areas of our feet. And breathe here. You can either open your arms to your side and or up, or make this beautiful lotus mudra. You are blossoming in your story. You are moving flexible over your story. You are grounding yourself, opening to new experience, opening your heart to life. Embrace life. Life is not fear. Life is love. Empower yourself with love and release that slowly and shake your feet. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. And now let's do it with the other leg. So like I say, be true to yourself. This is your tree. Can be powerful. Cactus mudra. Can be the call to union with eagle mudra. The union in your story. The union within yourself, within your truth. You found your tree. Find your truth. Do what you feel identified. And breathe here. If your body is shaking or bringing imbalance, just start over. And start over again. You will get it. You are the master of your life. Breathe here. Now relax. Shake it. And let's go in our back in the mat. So we will do some supine twist. Just lay down over your mat and breathe and relax. Surrender to the gravity. Surrender to the energy of our planet. Now bend your knees and hold your knees toward your chest. Do some rotation of your feet here to one side and to the other side. And now bring your feet flat towards the mat and just rise your pelvis up and your chest, so you are bringing more space. And breathe here. Use a block and put it below your sacral and breathe. Straight your arms over your head, making more space to love in your story. Releasing fear. Inhaling love, releasing fear. Inhaling love, releasing fear. Release the block. And now just move your knees toward one side, like the windshields of your car, and to the other side. Hold here and breathe in this space that you are creating in one of your sides. Breathe. You can either also look to the side. Come back to center and just move it to the other side now. And let's come back to center and come to easy sit position. So again, I will review the easy sit position. So if you feel that when you are sitting, your knees are away of the floor and your back is rounding, then you will need to use a prod to help you, either a cover or a block. You found what is available for you to bring more your knees close to the ground and also avoid to rounding your back. We need to keep our back straight. And for the first time, I am sharing with you my singing bowls. So I have the root chakra bowls because we need to bring confidence and safety to our story, and that is at the level of the root chakra, at the level of our coccyx, the base to our story and life. And I have my singing bowl for heart chakra. I believe in that connection between root chakra and heart chakra is very powerful. So come to your easy sit position. In my case, I will not use the block. Close your eyes and just check in. Just check in what you feel in your energy. What is happening in the energy in your body? What is happening in your mind? Use your breathing to bring in more love there and more calm and peace. Straightening your spine and keeping your shoulders away of your ears. Check in. Take a deep breath. Each time that you inhale, say to yourself, I am loved. I am safe. I am the master of my life. I am loving awareness. am love. I am love. I am loving awareness. Breathe. Take a deep inhale. Hold it and exhale slowly. Embrace the calm and the peace, and embrace this practice within yourself during the days that are coming forward. Embrace the medicine of your love in yourself. Thank you for sharing this practice with me and just sharing my journey and what I am with you. Namaste. That means the loving being, the soul in me, salutate and say hello to your soul, to your truth, to your love. Thank you for today, and embrace what you have learned in yourself, what you are discovering. I love you all. Remember who you are. I am loving awareness.